Good morning, kids. It is Wednesday, September 13th, and this is your week one recap. We'll get things started off quickly. As always, we're going to go in order of our highest score to our lowest score. So let's start with Reynolds taking on McAllen. McAllen was our high scorer this week, put up 164 points, thanks in large part to his Vikings on Monday Night Football. He had Sam Bradford, Dalvin Cook, Stephon Diggs, and Kyle Rudolph. Jesus Christ, and basically the entire Vikings offense. Basically led him to the promised land, doubled up his score on Monday night alone. Over on Reynolds' side, decent day out of Matthew Stafford, very good day out of Antonio Brown. Everybody else pretty much was worthless. DeAndre Hopkins put up 15 points. That's the only position player that he had over double digits, which is pretty much a struggle. So 150 points, not terrible. Would have been okay in the league this week against anybody else, but not great. Moving on now to Connor taking on Cole. And this one went to Big Brother Connor. Even though he suffered a major injury in David Johnson, and we'll get to that on Thursday's preview, he still was able to put up 150 points, backed by, actually, the Jaguars' defense gave him 25.3 points out of nowhere. That's impressive against the Texans. Pretty consistent for Connor. Only two guys in single digits. Everybody else in double digits. No major scorers, but pretty much consistent throughout. Over on Cole's side, 112 points. Really powered by Derek Carr, put up 22, and Amari Cooper, nice double dip there, put up 14 points. Other than that, nobody really crazy scoring. A couple guys 11, 13, 14, stuff like that. Nothing crazy, but I think Cole will be just fine. Moving on now to Walter taking on Ryan, and Ryan won this one 146 to 128. Decent day from both guys. Walter would have beat more than half the league, even though he faced Ryan and lost. He was powered by Marcus Mariota and LaShawn McCoy, who put up 18 and 21 points respectively. And then down to the bottom, Ty Montgomery and Adam Thielen gave him 17 and 23. So decent day from Walt. Pretty consistent production with the exception of Jameson Crowder and Greg Olsen, who put up 0.9 and 2.8. Over on Ryan's side, obviously powered by 46 points from Thursday night from Kareem Hunt. The rookie on Kansas City really powered his offense. Decent day from Phillip Rivers, gave him 23, and Tyreek Hill, also on the Chiefs, gave him 24. So Ryan's points really came mostly on Thursday Night Football, and he was able to hold on to that lead and defeat Walter this week. Moving on now to Jack defeating Sokol 133 to 108. Jack was powered by Alex Smith, gave him 42 points, also on Thursday night, and Big Ben Roethlisberger, who put up just about 20. Nobody else on Jack's team hit double digits, though, except for Keenan Allen, who had 12. So that could be an issue going forward. Needs a little more depth, a little more production out of everybody else. Over on Johnny's side, 28.5 points out of the Rams' defense against the Colts. That was well played. Aaron Rodgers gave him 21.5 because he's a god. Lamar Miller, Devontae Freeman gave him 10 points each, and everybody else was under double digits. So not great at a Sokol. Again, he'll need more in order to compete week in, week out. Moving on now to your commissioner defeating TJ 118 to 80. Not a great day for your commish here. Dak Prescott, Carson Wentz gave him 19 and 25. Jordan Howard gave him 14. Steelers defense actually gave him 18 after their blocked punt touchdown to start the game, basically. Nobody else in double digits, though, so that's going to be a problem. Over on TJ's side, obviously some issues at quarterback. Jameis Winston had a week one bye thanks to Hurricane Irma. Andrew Luck is obviously dead, so he had to play Mitch Trubisky in his one quarterback slot and Mike Glennon in the other. So really rolling with those Bears quarterbacks this week. Didn't work out for him. High scorer was Zeke Elliott with 19.5 points, followed by Jordy Nelson with 17.4. Last up, we had Jensen defeating Pat 114 to 82. Jensen's high scores were Tyrod Taylor with 22 points, Leonard Fournette with 22 points, and Drew Brees with just about 18 points. Terrence West, decent game. Marvin Jones Jr., decent game. Nobody else really stood out. Over on Pat's side, unfortunately, Andy Dalton lost him 3 points, so that's not great. Nobody broke 20 points for Pat. His high score was Todd Gurley with 16.1. So not great. Pat had 2 players in negative points, which really isn't going to be good at all going forward. Let's move on now to our weekly accolades. We have 3 this week. There were a couple of different ones that I could have chose from, but I went with these 3. First up, we have our double dip. And that double dip, of course, has to go to McAllen, Sam Bradford, and Stefon Diggs. Sam Bradford finished the game with 346 yards and 3 touchdowns, totaling 34.5 points. Of those, 7 catches, 93 yards, and 2 touchdowns went to Stefon Diggs. Really a good game for both of them. It was the first time in a long time that Sam Bradford actually looked like an NFL quarterback, which is impressive considering he's been in the league for, 6-7 years at this point. So good job, Dan. Our next accolade is going to be the doofus of the week, and this one's going to stay in the same game. Let's go to Reynolds on this one, though. Reynolds, Mike Gillisley. On Thursday Night Football, 15 carries, 45 yards, 3 touchdowns, punched basically all of them in from inside the 5-yard line. Total 22.5 points on your bench, so that's not great. Another one up in the mix there was Jensen's Austin Hooper, who put up 2 catches for 128 yards and a touchdown. Kept him at it because he only had 2 targets. I mean, that's kind of fluky. I don't see that happening over and over again, but Gillisley should be in your starting lineup. Finally, our MVP of the week.
MVP, most valuable pizza eater.
We're going to stick on Thursday night running backs. This one's got to go to Ryan's Kareem Hunt. He had 17 carries for 148 yards and a touchdown. He also had 5 catches for 98 yards and 2 touchdowns. So really impressive day for the rookie in his debut. 246 total yards. I mean, the guy is just a workhorse, and I feel like the Chiefs are going to keep feeding him the ball because really they got nothing else. Alex Smith looked good, but Kareem Hunt looked really good. All right, let's take a look at everybody's favorite segment of the week. It is your Week 1 Power Rankings. A little loopy this week because, again, it is Week 1. I honestly think that the first and last place ranks here might be switched by the end of the season, but here we are. The algorithm I'm given. Danny, with 164 points, is ranked first. He had a decent Week 1, but he'll fall soon. The Vikings aren't going to be able to do it every week. He's followed by Coyle and little brother Ryan at 2 and 3. Down the bottom, TJ is in last, but he'll bounce back because he didn't have any quarterbacks this week, nor receivers or star running back. Followed by Patrick, Sokol, and Cole winning the rear. Like I said, I think that there's a better chance of TJ being on top and Danny being on bottom than Danny finishing the year on top and TJ finishing on the bottom. But we'll see how that plays out. Everybody else is kind of middle of the road right now, as pretty much as expected. All right, I think that's all I got for this week. That is the end of your Week 1 recap. Tune in tomorrow or Friday for the Week 2 preview. We'll go over any news and notes, any injuries in the league. We'll preview the week, and we'll get you set up for a wonderful Week 2. I think that's all I got for now. Peace.